Okay. Hi, how are you? Since I've been back on YouTube, I've had a few people ask me to do an update to my record collection video, and ask and you shall receive. To be honest, I haven't been buying as many records lately, so this isn't gonna be super long. I hesitate to recommend that you go watch my old record collection video if you haven't seen it because it is old. Therefore, I find it cringy and embarrassing, but it is definitely a more complete display of my music taste, if you will, because that video had like 200 records and this one is gonna have like 20 some. But yeah, I will be showing you the albums that I've been picking up here and there since I last talked about my records. Let's just get straight into it, I guess. Okay, I'm just gonna go through them alphabetically. So first up is Scarlet's Walk by Tori Amos. This album came after like Choir Girl Hotel and Boys for Pele and her more kind of electronic experimental era. This is a bit more of a stripped back album for her. It's kind of like a back to basics moment, which is fine by me because I love Tori with a piano. I especially love the opening song, Amber Waves. It's one of my favorite songs ever by Tori. Yeah, we've got some pictures on the record sleeves. I also just realized that I'm gonna have to take everything in and out of the outer sleeves to help with the glare. I remember when I did my record collection video, I had like 6 hours of footage just because I was like pulling things in and out and running back and forth between my shelves. So honestly, thank God I don't have that many albums to go through because it would take me forever. Next up is the thing that I'm probably most excited about. I now have all of Fiona Apple's albums on vinyl. When I made my first collection video, I only had Fetch the Bolt Cutters. I believe I said in that video that it was my favorite one, which, looking back on it now, was a crazy thing for me to say. I think that album is incredible. I don't think she's ever made anything less than incredible, but it's not my favorite. I think there might have been a bit of recency bias. If you weren't aware, Fiona's albums used to be really hard to come by on vinyl, but they repressed them all a couple of years ago, and I jumped at the opportunity because she's one of my favorite artists. I think she has maybe the most consistently amazing discography of all time. Like, name someone with a better 5-album run than her. You can't, because they don't exist. Alright, first up we have Tidal. Ta-da. Next is When the Pawn. This is her best album. I'll say that with confidence this time. This is a flawless album to me. Literally every single song on this album is perfect. Next is Extraordinary Machine. I feel like this one is a little bit overlooked. I hate saying underrated and overrated because I feel like those words have lost all their meaning in music discussion, but I feel like this one doesn't get the appreciation it deserves. And then the last Fiona one is The Idler Wheel. And yeah, I am really, really excited that I got these. I was so happy. Bloom by Beach House. This EP came out for Record Store Day in 2023, I believe. I think. I don't know what year it is. These are outtakes from Once Twice Melody, which is an album that I love. It's exactly what you'd expect from Beach House. It's dreamy, it's gorgeous. Become is an amazing song. I love Devil's Pool as well. We've got the inner sleeve, and this comes in a clear record. Next we have Vespertine by Bjork. This is, at times, my favorite Bjork album. It changes all the time, but this one is absolutely heavenly. Pagan Poetry is like a top 10 song of all time for me. I love Hidden Place. I love It's Not Up to You. I love Aurora. I love Unison. The songs on this album are just on a complete other level. We have Brat, and it's the same, but there's 3 more songs, so it's not. by Charli XCX. My mom got me this one for Christmas. It is clearly not the version with the iconic green cover, but I do really love the bonus tracks, especially Guess and Spring Breakers, so I'm happy that those are included. As far as my favorite song, I would say probably 365 or maybe Von Dutch, and the records are white. I said this in my record collection video, but I guess I'll repeat it. I don't really care about colored pressings, like it's not a selling point for me. I don't seek them out, but if they're a cool color, then I guess that's cool. All right, it's time to get morally questionable. I have Lana Del Rey, aka Lizzy Grant, by Lana Del Rey. This is a bootleg, obviously. If you know the Lana lore, this is like her pre-debut debut. It's certainly not my favorite thing that she's ever made, but it does have a weird charm to it for me, and I've been obsessed with Lana's music for forever, so I had to have it. The records are this kind of creamy, off-white color. Next up, I have two albums by Michael Jackson. I have Thriller and I have Bad. I will admit to something. I hadn't heard these albums until embarrassingly late in my life. I knew basically all the songs, but I had just not sat down to purposely listen to them in order, and they're pretty great. Hot take, Thriller is a good album, and I just had to own them. I feel like they're kind of essentials in a music collection. So, there we go. Imaginal Disc by Magdalena Bay. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This is the best album of the decade so far. It's perfect. It's flawless. I'm in love with it. I'm constantly listening to it. I can't even really put into words how much I love this album. It's like way too good. My favorite song from it is Cry For Me. I love Image and Death and Romance and Vampire in the Corner and Watching TV and literally all of them. I love all of these songs so much. So Tonight That I Might See by Mazzy Star. This is my first Mazzy Star album on vinyl, which is kind of surprising because I'm a big fan. Record stores near me just never have their albums. If you need comfort music and you want to feel warm and fuzzy, this is the one. It's like a warm hug in music form. I can't really listen to it when I'm in a good mood because it makes me sad, but luckily that doesn't happen very often. Fade Into You is the big one from this album. Bells Ring and Blue Light are gorgeous. I will say I kind of have a hard time picking out individual songs on this one because usually when I'm listening to it, I'm like staring at the wall and spacing out and floating away and not really processing much. So this whole album kind of just feels like a 40 whatever minute song to me. Bury Me at Makeout Creek by Mitski. This is my favorite Mitski album. I love the heavier, noisier moments on this album. She's such a strong songwriter, obviously. Francis Forever is my favorite song on this album. First Love Late Spring is great. I love the way that she screams her face off in Drunk Walk Home. I love how strange I Don't Smoke is. East by Joanna Newsom. I don't even really know how to express how much I love and appreciate Joanna Newsom's music. It's just like in its own world. It's so enchanting. It's stunning. The song Only Skin on this album means so much to me. And yeah, I've listened to this I don't even know how many times, and I still feel like there's so much left for me to dive into. Like there's just so much to it, to the music, to the lyrics. It's a masterpiece, in my opinion. Set My Heart on Fire Immediately by Perfume Genius. I have liked Perfume Genius's music before, but for some reason, at the beginning of this year, I became fully obsessed with it. He's kind of all I wanted to listen to. His music is the perfect mix of pretty and ethereal and weird, It's another one that feels like it's from another world. On the Floor is insane. Describe is great. Whole Life is great. Love it. Desire I Want to Turn Into You by Caroline Polachek. I did a reaction to this one when it came out, and from what I remember, I don't think I loved it the first time I heard it, which is wild because I adore this album now. Caroline has become one of my favorite musicians lately. I listen to this all the time. She put out a deluxe version of the album, and the deluxe tracks are maybe even better than the songs on the standard version. I really love her music, and I love pretty much all the songs on this album. This poster is so big, oh my god. The closer on this album, Billions, is maybe my favorite song of hers. It's real good. The records are this kind of rusty, brownish orange color. Alright, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess by Chappell Roan. My mom also got me this one for Christmas. My mom loves Chappell Roan, which is fun. I mentioned her when I talked about the music I listened to during my YouTube break, and I'll repeat what I said then, which is that I love how much personality and character her music has. I think pop music needs more of that. And if you saw the way that I dance and scream along when Red Wine Supernova comes on, it would probably change the way you see me. I go crazy for that song. XO by Elliott Smith. I love Elliott Smith. This is definitely his poppiest album. I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite, but it's the one that I listen to the most. Waltz Number 2 has to be one of the songs I've listened to the most in my life. And yeah, it's amazing. One of the best songwriters ever. Kimono My House by Sparks. I remember when I bought this album and brought it up to the register, the guy that was working there gasped and was like obsessed with Sparks, and he was like, have you heard their new album? Have you seen the documentary? And I don't know, there's like a weird sense of pride I get when the record store employee likes the albums I buy, which is maybe a little bit pathetic, but whatever. This album is a real damn blast. It's some chaotic glam rock. It's super fun to listen to. Thank God It's Not Christmas is amazing. I love Amateur Hour. I love This Town Ain't Big Enough for the Both of Us, as well as the Susie and the Banshees cover. It's real freaky. I enjoy it. Javelin by Sufjan Stevens. I have already talked about how much I love Sufjan and this album. It comes with this pretty thick insert with all of these different like photos, and then it has essays towards the back. And I really love when records come with these like booklets because it makes me feel really nostalgic. I used to love reading the insert booklets and CDs when I was a kid, so when I can look through something physical like this while I'm listening to an album, it just makes me feel like a little kid again. The records are this really bright yellow. St. Vincent's self-titled album. This is a really cool, strange pop album that I really enjoy. This is maybe her weirdest album. There's so much creativity. Birth in Reverse is an amazing song. Digital Witness is so cool. St. Vincent was kind of one of the first artists I really got into when I was starting to develop my own music taste, and I just felt like I had to have this because it's one of her best. The Color of Spring by Talk Talk. I love Talk Talk's music. This is kind of a fun transitional period between their more synth pop stuff and then their more post-rock stuff. It has some fun songs, but you can hear the experimentation that's coming. I kind of prefer their later albums, but I still listen to this one a lot. I love Life's What You Make It. I love Happiness Is Easy. Starboy by The Weeknd. This is not necessarily one of my favorite albums of his. I really need to get Kissland and the trilogy on vinyl, but this one is really fun to listen to. It has some great songs on it, and yeah, the highs are really high. I, of course, love Stargirl Interlude. I love Reminder. I love Sidewalks. I love Die For You. I love Starboy and I Feel It Coming. It's a great time. And the records are this translucent red. And finally, I have The Innocents by Wise Blood. Many of you probably already know that I'm a massive fan of Weyes. She has one of the most gorgeous voices ever, in my opinion, and this is one of her earlier albums. It's interesting. I don't think it's as flawless as the stuff that she would go on to make, but it's cool, it's folkier, it's a little psychedelic. Yeah, I'm just such a fan. I think she's so good. And those are the records that I have accumulated since I did my record collection video. All right, well, thank you for watching, and maybe I'll see you again in a couple years when I need to do another update to this video. Have a great day. See you next time.